The 1986 United States Washington Quarter Dollars. History, mint marks, and significance. The 1986 United States Quarter Dollars, part of one of the most recognizable and enduring coin series in American history, the Washington Quarter. First introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the birth of, this coin has remained a staple of U.S. currency for decades. By 1986, the Washington Quarter had already undergone several design and compositional changes, reflecting broader economic, political, and cultural shifts in the United States. This essay explores the history, mint marks, production context, design features, and collector significance of the 1986 quarter dollar. Origins of the Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter was first minted in 1932 during the Great Depression. Originally intended as a one-year commemorative coin, its popularity ensured its continuation as a circulating denomination. The obverse design features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, created by sculptor. The reverse originally depicted a heraldic eagle, symbolizing strength and national unity. The coin was produced by which operates several facilities across the country. By the time the 1986 quarter was struck, the mint had modernized significantly, incorporating advanced minting technology while maintaining traditional engraving artistry. Composition and changes leading up to 1986. From 1932 to 1964, quarters were composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. However, rising silver prices in the 1960s led to a major shift. Beginning in 1965, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a clad composition consisting of a copper core sandwiched between layers of copper nickel. This change was authorized under the Coinage Act of 1965. By 1986, all circulating quarters were struck in this clad composition. Each coin weighed 5.67 grams and had a diameter of 24.26 millimeters. The edge remained reeded, a feature originally designed to prevent the shaving of precious metal from coins. Design features of the 1986 quarter. The obverse of the 1986 quarter retains the classic Washington portrait. Key inscriptions include Liberty above Washington's head. In God we trust to the left. The year 1986 below. The reverse features the familiar eagle design with outstretched wings. The eagle clutches arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing readiness for war and desire for peace. The inscriptions include United States of America, E pluribus unum, quarter dollar. This design remained unchanged from 1932 until 1998, when it was replaced by the State Quarters Program. Mint marks and production. The 1986 quarter was produced at 3 primary mint facilities. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. Denver Mint, D mint mark. San Francisco Mint, S mint mark. Each mint played a distinct role in coin production. Philadelphia Mint. Historically, the main mint of the United States produced quarters without a mint mark in 1986. These coins were struck in large numbers for general circulation. Denver Mint. The struck quarters bearing the D mint mark. Like Philadelphia coins, these were intended for everyday use and circulated widely across the country. San Francisco Mint. The produced proof coins in 1986. These coins, marked with an S, were specially struck using polished dies and planchettes, resulting in a mirror-like finish. Proof coins were not intended for circulation, but for collectors. Mintage figures. The production numbers for the 1986 quarter reflect the economic conditions and demand for coinage at the time. All right. Approximately 551 million coins. Denver. Approximately 504 million coins. San Francisco. Around 3.8 million coins. These high mintage figures indicate that the 1986 quarter is relatively common in circulated condition. However, high-grade uncirculated coins and proof versions are more desirable among collectors. Historical context of 1986. The year 1986 was significant in American history. It marked a period of economic recovery and technological advancement under the presidency of the United States was experiencing growth after the recession of the early 1980s. Notably, 1986 also saw the tragic, which deeply impacted the nation. While this event is unrelated to coin production, it provides context for the era in which the 1986 quarter circulated. Coin production process. The minting process in 1986 involved several precise steps. Blanking. Metal sheets were punched into round blanks. Annealing. Blanks were heated to soften the metal. Cleaning. The blanks were washed to remove impurities. Striking. Blanks were struck between dies under high pressure to imprint the design. Inspection. Coins were checked for defects before distribution. Striking. Blanks were struck between dies under high pressure to imprint the design. Inspection. Coins were checked for defects before distribution. Proof coins underwent additional polishing and multiple strikes to achieve their high-quality finish. Collectability and value. While the 1986 quarter is common, its value can vary depending on condition and rarity factors. Circulated coins, typically worth face value, 25 cents. Uncirculated coins can range from $1 to $5 depending on grade. Proof coins, usually valued between $3 and $10. High-grade specimens. Coins graded MS-67 or higher can command significantly higher prices. Collectors often look for coins with minimal wear, strong strike details, and original luster. Errors and varieties. Like many coins, the 1986 quarter may exhibit minting errors, which can increase its value. Common errors include off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, die cracks. Such errors are relatively rare and highly sought after by numismatists. Role in everyday life. In 1986, the quarter was an essential part of daily transactions. It was commonly used in vending machines, parking meters, laundromats, and public telephones. Before the widespread adoption of digital payment systems, coins like the quarter played a crucial role in the economy. Transition to modern coinage programs. The Washington quarter design continued unchanged until 1999, when the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program. This initiative introduced new reverse designs for each state, sparking renewed public interest in coin collecting. The 1986 quarter, therefore, represents part of the classic era of Washington quarters before this major transformation. Numismatic significance. From a numismatic perspective, the 1986 quarter is valued more for its place in the broader history of U.S. coinage than for its rarity. It serves as an example of late 20th century minting practices and reflects the economic and cultural environment of its time. Collectors often include it as part of a complete Washington quarter set, which spans from 1932 to the present. Preservation and care. For collectors, proper storage is essential to maintain a coin's condition. Recommended practices include storing coins in acid-free holders, avoiding direct handling, keeping coins in a controlled environment, avoiding cleaning, which can reduce value. Conclusion. The 1986 United States Washington quarter dollars is a modest yet meaningful piece of American history. Though common in circulation, it embodies decades of tradition, craftsmanship, and economic evolution. Its design honors George Washington, one of the nation's most important figures. while its production reflects the capabilities of the modern U.S. Mint. Whether viewed as a simple piece of pocket change or as part of a larger numismatic collection, the 1986 quarter holds enduring significance. It connects everyday transactions with a deeper historical narrative, illustrating how even the smallest objects can carry stories of a nation's past. In the broader scope of U.S. coinage, the 1986 quarter stands as a representative of stability and continuity, bridging the gap between earlier silver coinage and the innovative programs that would follow in the late 20th and early 21st centuries.